The lack of sleep, the constant change.
Just consumes your whole life.
It just doesn't work out like that.
Nothing went to plan.
It's relentless. It's monotonous.
I think my biggest shock being a parent is the lack of sleep. Harry didn't sleep through the night until he was about 2.5, and I then had to go back to work after maternity leave, and it was a shock, like having to kind of do what you normally do, but then do it all on no sleep. It was the hardest thing ever.
So my biggest shock probably of becoming a parent was the constant change. So you think you're in this set routine, you know, you've got your lovely little newborn that's sleeping really well at night, and then suddenly 2 weeks later they're doing something completely different, that you constantly have to adapt, constantly have to change your approach. I think that was probably the biggest shock. You think you're settled, but then you end up being in something completely different.
Like as a mum, I just find that it just consumes your whole life. Like you don't get to go out as much as you used to, you don't get to see family as much as you'd like to. It just takes up everything. Not that I mind that, of course, it's definitely something that's well worth it, but it just surprised me how much time and effort it takes to be a mum, and it's just, sometimes it gets the better of you if you don't give yourself enough me time. It can be a struggle and you sort of feel really overwhelmed with everything, but definitely I'd say just how much time it takes to be a parent.
You just have all these assumptions of how things are going to be, and you've got all these ideals of how you're going to raise your kids, and it just doesn't work out like that. And I think that was probably just the biggest shock, because I wanted to be great at it, but you're so tired and you're emotional, and you can't remember the last time you slept for more than 4 hours in a row, and that is really, really hard.
I didn't realise how out of control I would be about this big crazy love. I thought I had it all figured out. I planned the way I wanted to parent, the way we were going to do sleeping arrangements, the way we were going to feed, everything, and the biggest shock was the fact that nothing went to plan. Everything was completely led by the heart and not by the mind, and nothing can prepare you for this. I certainly was taken by surprise. So yeah, biggest shock ever, everything.
I'd done so much stuff working with kids and thought I was going to be the best mum in the world. I could watch Super Nanny videos and tell you what she was going to say before she said it. But then I had my own kids, and it was a shocker, because actually when there's no start and end to your day, because it's not a job, it's relentless. It's monotonous, it's never ending, and 24 hours a day, intense, pressured, constant giving and being taken from is exhausting, and I just wasn't the parent that I thought I was going to be. I really expected to be fantastic.